What's happening in the world? A kid vanished. After weeks, her mother reported to police. Investigators find something weird. Do you want to know about what happened? Okay, please subscribe us and let's go. Hello guys, how are you? I'm Said and I'm here again to tell you something weird. The Cassie and Tony case stands as one of the most controversial criminal cases of the 21st century. In 2008, 2-year-old Kaylee and Tony vanished, and suspicion quickly fell on her mother, Cassie and Tony. The case captivated not only the American public but the world, raising questions about crime, psychological, and the justice system. In this documentary, we examine Cassie and Tony's police interviews and analyze her behavior through a psychological lens. Our goal is to understand how actions, words, and nonverbal cues contributed to this perplexing case. Kaylee and Tony, just 2 years old, lived in Orlando, Florida with her mother, Cassie, and grandmother, Cindy and Tony. The family appeared ordinary from the outside, but hidden tensions existed. Cassie was a young woman in her early 20s, navigating adulthood under scrutiny. Investigators quickly focused on Cassie's behavior as much as on the missing child. During the early interviews, Cassie's responses raised questions about her emotional state. Was she anxious, manipulative, or simply overwhelmed by fear? Behavioral analysts would later examine these interactions for clues. Cassie's story about Kelly's disappearance shifted repeatedly. She claimed the child had been with a babysitter, then that she had been left with relatives. These inconsistencies became the first major point of focus for investigators. Kaylee disappeared in June 2008. Cassie reported her missing weeks later, prompting law enforcement to begin a detailed investigation. Early on, police noted peculiar behavior, evidence of eye contact, inconsistent statements, and nervous laughter. From a psychological perspective, these behaviors can indicate stress, deception, or attempts to manage public perceptions. Experts observing her interviews noted micro-expressions, tiny facial movements, suggesting cognitive dissonance and emotional conflict. Investigators collected digital evidence, including internet searches, which revealed disturbing curiosity about methods of harming a child. This evidence, combined with forensic findings in the home, built a picture of both behavioral anomalies and circumstantial leads. Throughout the investigation, Cassie's emotional responses appeared detached at times, defensive at others. Psychologists describe this as a complex mix of evidence, self-preservation, and possibly dissociation, a mental mechanism to protect oneself from extreme stress. The trial in 2011 transformed Cassie and Tony into a national figure. Prosecutors presented evidence suggesting premeditated murder, while the defense highlighted a lack of direct proof linking Cassie to her daughter's death. Court observers and psychologists scrutinized Cassie's demeanor, relaxed posture, occasional smiles during serious testimony, and emotional responses that seemed incongruent with the gravity of the case. Experts argued this could reflect psychological coping mechanisms under extreme pressure, or deliberate manipulation to influence jurors' perceptions. From a behavioral standpoint, her reactions fit several key psychological patterns: inconsistent verbal statements, strategic use of humor or sarcasm, and microexpressions that may reveal underlying stress or guilt. These observations highlight how subtle human behaviors are often interpreted in legal contexts. GCS, Criminal Psychological, has studied Cassie Anthony's interviews in depth. Several behavioral indicators stand out. 1. Cognitive dissonance. Cassie's conflicting statements suggest tension between reality and self-preservation. 2. Defensive mechanism. Laughter, sarcasm, and evidence behaviors are often strategies to deflect responsibility or reduce anxiety. 3. Behavioral red flags. Changes in gaze, body posture, and tone indicate heightened stress and potential deception. It is crucial to understand that these indicators alone do not prove guilt. Rather, they offer insight into how individuals react under extreme psychological pressure. By studying such behaviors, psychologists can gain a deeper understanding of human responses to trauma, scrutiny, and accusation, even in cases as emotionally charged as this one. The Cassie Anthony case remains a subject of fascination and debate. Through the lens of psychological analysis, we see the complex interplay of human behavior, stress, and the justice system. Although Cassie Anthony was acquitted of murder, the case endured as a reminder that verbal and nonverbal cues, stress responses, and psychological coping strategies are powerful windows into human behavior. In the world of criminal investigations, understanding these signals can sometimes be as revealing as physical evidence itself.